Trace, I know you don't like talking about what is said in the locker room, but what are your first words to Coach when you're looking down at him on the all-time scoring list?
I mean, it's an accomplishment, and again, I'm gonna probably look at it more during the end of the year. But I'm just glad that we found a way to get that one. They were fighting, they were clawing, they were without one of their best players, and those dudes showed a lot of heart here, and so. Just finding a way down the stretch and getting stops when we needed to, it was big for us.
Miller, Coach Woodson said you got an earful at the half, tried to shut down Matthew Mayer, had a big first half, not a great second half. What was that conversation kind of like, and what did you do especially better in the second half to shut him down?
Pretty much he was just saying I had to step up. He got too many good looks in the first half from, transition, from broken plays, and a couple of my mishaps just mentally and not being aware and really locked in. And, he just got into me and pretty much just let me know I had to step up and, be more active and aware off the ball and do my work early.
Trace, what has it been like just to watch Race coming back from the injury, kind of deal with the mental and physical hurdles of getting back? How have you kind of just seen him deal with that?
Race is a great player, and he helps our team a lot. It's hard for him. I know it is, especially mentally, because he wants to be out there. And even if he says he's good, he's 100%. I know he's still going through some things, but he's playing as hard as he can, and that's what we need from him. And he's starting to get back healthy, and he had a lot of big buckets today. So.
Miller, I know it was a tough night for you against Northwestern just from a shooting perspective, but the ability to bounce back tonight, 4 or 5 from 3, and be able to just kind of move on. What did that take from you to move on from that game, and then also just tonight it felt like you were a little bit maybe more aggressive with the shots.
Well, that night's over. It wasn't fun, but it is what it is, and it's over. And I got a amazing support system around me with teammates, with coaches, with Scott Dolson. Just letting me know that they're with me and behind me. And you have my back no matter what, for as long as I'm, here and on. So, for me, it was just about locking into this game, and my teammates, needed me and I needed them, and we got it done.
Trace, they had a ton of offensive rebounds. Most of you guys have given up all year early, but then they had none late, and you guys also wanted just a ton of 50-50 balls late, too. What's it say about this team and just playing as hard as you possibly can until that final whistle?
Yeah, in the first half, I remember a certain play where they might have gotten 3, and Coach ripped us at halftime. I remember the first time we played them, I think they had 14 offensive rebounds. So they're a good rebounding team, but in the second half, I felt like we took a lot of things away. And Coach just ripped us. He told us that we got to start playing hard. We got to get these 50-50 balls if we want to win, and we did that down the stretch. So.
Yeah, Tracy, just want to get your thoughts on Fino. He's having a struggling game shooting the ball, but down the stretch, last minute and a half or so, makes 3 or 4 big plays. Your thoughts on his ability to make plays in key times?
Yeah, so Fino, he's a gamer. He works hard every day. He has the ultimate confidence in his abilities, and obviously he's a freshman, and sometimes he's going to struggle, and so that's when I come in, Miller comes in, and we get behind and we tell him to keep going. Like I remember in the last media timeout, I said, if we can run that high angle, get to your spot because you're going to be open. And he was kind of frustrated a little bit. He didn't really want to run it, and then down the stretch, he got to that spot and hit a huge shot, especially after turning the ball over. It just shows him how high of like a focus he has, and he's just next play mentality, and he's just ready to go always.
Miller, the Indiana offense, different phases, whether it's Jalen trying to get to the basket or working through Trace. For you, what helps you the most get into the rhythm? Tonight, your first attempt was probably the longest three-point attempt you've had here at Indiana, and that went in. But what is it that helps you get into the offense and get in early and get in that rhythm?
Well, I think the way they trapped, they were in rotation and early. I saw it. Even before I shot it, I kind of saw how they were playing Trace and how they were trapping and then rotating. And so I remember one of the first plays, I was the feeder, for Trace. And then after that, when I wasn't, I could tell that they were pre-rotating to the feeder after leaving to go trap, and so I was a second pass, and I knew that one out of the trap, whether it was a one more or the skip that Trace is so good at finding me at, I knew it was going to be open, and so I just pulled it, and after that it was about kind of again just finding my angles and making myself open so Trace can find me, and he always says to me, just like be ready.
Every
Literally,
time he catches it.
after every timeout, before every timeout, he's like, be ready.
I'm so angry if he doesn't shoot it. Every time he touches it, I want the ball up. Every single time.
I know, but he knows I want to do the best thing. But yeah, so that's really it.
Trace, the next game Tuesday is going to be probably about a little bit more than basketball going up to Michigan State. How do you balance out the competitive job that you have to do versus kind of the human empathy part of what that is probably going to be all about?
Yeah, first and foremost, just thoughts and prayers out to them. I think I speak for our whole team on that. And I love Coach Izzo, and that place is going to be rocking. They're going to play with a lot of emotion, a lot of heart, and so we got to be ready. But sometimes it's bigger than basketball, so obviously we just got to go, and it's business. But at the same time, it is what it is. We're going to play hard, and they're going to play hard, and then if we get one, we get one. But we got to go at them. So.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.